Hello friends, this is our second tutorial on Photoshop CC 2019. In first tutorial, we learned about Marquee tool and Move tool. And today, we will learn some advanced options of these tools along with the Lasso tools. First, we will complete the Move tool. Last time we finished with the Auto Select option. Let's start with Select Group or Layer option in the options bar. It has two options, that is Layer and Group. To understand these options, let's create a group of these three layers. Select these layers using the Ctrl key. Now, right-click over selected layers, click on Group from Layers, then click on OK. You can see the group 1 is created here. Click here to expand it. If the layer option is selected here, then you can select and move any of the individual layers, like this. But if the group option is selected here, then when you click and drag any image of group 1, you can see the whole group moves. This is the difference between these two options. Now, before move forward, set it to layer option and ungroup the layers. To ungroup the layers, right click over the group, select ungroup layers. Next is show transform controls. When we press Ctrl T, we get the control points to resize or rotate the image in a layer. We can get these control points on the selected layer by selecting this option. See, now I select the Donald Duck layer and you can see the control points on it. You can resize it or rotate it like this. To apply the changes, press Enter key. After then, turn off this option. Then move to the Align and Distribute options. The Align options are used to align the layers horizontally or vertically. To make these options enable, we need to select at least two layers. I select these three layers using the Ctrl key. There are two ways to align layers. You can align layers to another layer, or you can align the layers to the canvas. These options can be found under Align and Distribute flyout right here. Let's choose Selection option to align between layers. Now click on Align Left Edges. See, the left edges of the images are arranged in a straight line. Then click on Align Right Edges. See, the right edges of the layers are arranged in a straight line. Now click on Align Horizontal Centers. See, the horizontal centers of the layers are arranged in a straight line. Now, before move forward, press Ctrl Z couple of times to come back to the previous state. By default, clicking on Align Left Edges aligns the objects to the left edge of the leftmost object. In case I want to align objects to left of the middle object, that is Pluto's image, or rightmost object, that is Mickey Mouse image, then you just have to select the object before applying the command. To do so, hold the Ctrl key and click on the icon of that layer. Then hit the Align Left Edges. You can see the objects are aligned to left of the rightmost object. Similarly, you can align the top edges, bottom edges, and vertical centers as you can see. Now move to the Distribute Spacing options. We can distribute the space between the objects equally using Distribute Horizontally and Distribute Vertically options. Let's just say these three objects don't have equal space. Then select the layers, click on Distribute Horizontally. See, the spaces between the objects are same. Similarly, you can distribute the space between objects using Distribute Vertically option as you can see. Then we have some more distribute options used to distribute the space between edges and centers of the objects. Let's select Distribute Top Edges. Now, if you measure, the space between the top edges of the objects will be equal. Then select Distribute Vertical Centers. Now, if you measure, the space between the vertical centers of the objects will be equal. Similarly, you can apply all the other distribute options. Let me tell you, all the align options and distribute spacing options are also available openly on the options bar. Another thing I forgot to say you about align tool is how to align a layer to the canvas or background. I am going to align the Donald Duck image to the canvas. So, let's turn off the visibility of other two layers by clicking the eyeball right here. Remember, you can toggle between the visibility on or off by clicking the eyeball of the layer. We can align the image to canvas in two ways. In first way, select both the Donald Duck and background image. Now select the align option you want. Suppose I want it at center of the canvas. Then select both align horizontal centers and align vertical centers. You can see the image aligns to center of the canvas. In another way, select only Donald Duck layer. Then press Ctrl A to select the whole area of the canvas. Now select the align option you want. See, you can make it in this way also. Now let's move to the lasso tool. There are three lasso tools: lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, and magnetic lasso tool. First we select the lasso tool. To understand this, let's open another picture. Lasso tool is used to draw free-form lines to make a selection. Place the tip of the arrow exactly where you want to draw the selection from. Then click and drag to make a selection. Release the mouse after making the selection boundary. You can see the selection highlights. Press Ctrl C to copy it. Switch to another file where you want to paste it. Press Ctrl V to paste here. Now you can see the output. I never use this tool as it needs much control on your hand for an exact selection. Now press Ctrl T to decrease the size so that another two pictures can be placed here and you can compare between them. Alright, now get back to the cartoon 1 image and deselect it. Now take the polygonal lasso tool. It is used to draw straight lines to make a selection. With this tool, you don't need to click and hold the mouse. You just have to click at each point. In case you click at a wrong place, hit the delete key or backspace key. Then move forward again. To close the selection, you have to return to the start point of the selection where the cursor changes with a little circle. Click there to close the selection. Also, you can double click anywhere before the start point to close the selection. Copy it and paste here. You can see it looks better than the first one. Again, I decrease its size. To draw the sides of the polygon horizontally, vertically or diagonally, use Shift key. As you can see. The last one is magnetic lasso tool. This tool snaps to the edge between two colors while drawing a selection. Click anywhere on the edge of the image, then drag the mouse around the edge. You can see the tool automatically snaps to the edge and the anchor points are created. Also, you can click to add anchor point if necessary. If the edge is not clear, then the tool cannot snap to the edge. In case the tool slips and goes out of track, hit the backspace key or delete key. And now we have the penguin selected. Let's copy it and paste here. You can see the output of all three lasso tools. Now let's check these four options in the options bar. You can see these options are common for lasso tools and Marquee tools. Let's apply these options on rectangular Marquee tool. The first one is new selection. When this option is selected, you will get a new selection each time you click and drag over the image. As you can see. In case you want to add another rectangle to this, just select Add to Selection. Now drag another one. See, the new selection is added to the previous one. Next one is Subtract from Selection. See, it subtracts the new selection from the previous one. Notice carefully, the area inside the old selection will be affected and the area outside the old selection will not be affected, as you can see. Also, you can subtract an elliptical shape like this. The last one is intersection with selection. It provides the overlapping part of the previous and the current selection. Let's deselect the selection and draw a new elliptical selection. Then select intersection with selection. Draw another selection intersecting the first one. As you release the cursor, you can see the overlapped part of the selection remains. In options bar, there is another option called feather, which is common for all the Marquee tools and lasso tools. The feather option softens the edge of a selection. Now you can see the feather value is 0. Let's create a circular shape. Copy, paste here. Let's create another one and this time set the feather value to 15. Copy it and paste here. You can see the edge of the first one is a hard edge and the edge of the second one is softer, up to 15 pixels. Now let's apply these options on lasso tool.